Yeah, just viewer discretion, guys. This is a hunting video, and you will see some hunting scenes, and you may even see some butchery of animals. If this is not your scene, you might want to turn off and go to the next video. Cheers. So I've spotted a good sized boar in a good position facing away from me. It's in this open sort of swamp. I'm just going to cut across the front here and use the wind in my favour. But unfortunately, what I didn't know was to my right all the sows and suckers were bedded down in the long grass, and my wind got picked up by them, and they, as they sort of bolted away, this old boar just stood up and he knew something wasn't right, so he's just taken off. It's a pity, it was a good ball. Boar was laying down. I've got a bit of a blood trail to follow this time. Don't think he'll go too far. Here's that boar I just put a good shot in. He was sleeping in the timbers. There was a fair large mob, bit of water on my left when I took the shot, and he didn't go too far. Unfortunately the camera played up and I couldn't get some footage of me with the pig, but here's a good look at him. He's not So I'm about 1.5 kilometres from that last little waterhole where I picked up that first boar for the morning, and I come across this little typical oasis here, Cape York. Beautiful tea tree water. I had actually, for the wind, I'd come across the other side, and you could, I think in the video it shows this pig was asleep, so come across this side, took my shoes off because this ground is atrocious. I ended up standing on this log here and shooting down, and this is where he was bedded. That's where he was having his siesta. You can see this nice pool of blood there, and then he's going up there to that burnout country, and I think I can see him through the binoculars laying down. Let's go have a look. There's that little swamp. This is the country that he's run out into. Not the best option this time of day, it's getting hot. And then he's succumbed up there. There he is. So there's that boar that was asleep in that little swamp just behind me here. So I've come up the creek after I shot the last pig, and I've come in, had to go wide because of the wind, and I was just about to walk off and give up, and I looked back and here's this guy fast asleep. Just doing that. So I had to cut back around, get in, take my shoes off. I had to drop the shot in through his top back and out through his chest. He's come out of his hole roaring, come out in this burnout flat country in the heat and just bailed up here about 80 metres away from the waterhole. So nice solid boar again. Not a great deal in the tusk. I'll pull them out and see if they measure. And the swamp I'm still trying to get to is still a couple of kilometres away, and it's getting hot now. It's coming on lunchtime, so it'll be time for a swim soon. Here's that little boar that was asleep in the swamp. Quite a solid little boar. Ears are all chewed up from fighting, obviously. Looks like he's got a little bit of ivory to look at. Not your standard textbook shot. I had to put it in high here and it came out, so it's gone pretty much cut through his lungs and did the job. But that's what you get in Cape York, nothing standard. I spent a few hours going over the maps before I came to Cape York. I've never been to this area before, and Just marked this one on the GPS as a point of interest. Mind you, it's quite an amazing water system, this one. So how I cut the jaws off a boar, I use these little disposable bladed Stanley knives or king crab knives. Some people use saw jaws and they cut through there. Some use their favourite hunting knife, but normally with a good knife you'll only get 1 or 2 jaws out and then you'll have to resharpen it. So I literally cut across here, and then in a minute I'll cut down here and I'll free all this up. In my first cut, now I've made my second one. I go all the way past the ears and I go down to as far as I can on this side. Now I'm going to skin, flesh and everything off the jaw from here down. Everything, taking it right off the bone, and then got with my little Stanley knife, got under here, took all the flesh off from underneath, and then up under the eye here. Up here's the important bit. You'll notice that it goes deep. With the jaw shut, you get access to the back of the jaw up here, so now I can put my finger in there. In there is where you want to get all the sinew and really get in there. That'll be the strength of it all. So now I'll turn it over, do it again, and then we'll pull the jaw out. It's job done. I've done the same on this side, just cleared all the back of the jaws. The back here is where the deep sinewy tissues are that's going to hold the jaws in. I managed to do this whole jaw with just one blade, and then it's just a case, I'm on a solo hunt so I couldn't show you this, but you put your foot on his snout and then you just grab the jaws and just pull them back, and now they're ready to take home. A couple of things to remember: be careful, the tusks are really sharp, your knife is really sharp. Just got the drop on, and he made it like 3 meters. Keep your boars off it.